All right, I have someone to introduce you to. This is Guapo, and he is the most amazing puppy ever. So I am doing this live from Sydney, and Guapo and I live on the eastern beaches, and he's only 11 weeks old. Now, he's not actually a puppy that I chose only to get because of the self-isolation. I'd chosen Guapo weeks before, and we'd spent quite a bit of time together before I finally got to take him home, and he is literally the best puppy ever. I absolutely love him, and I just thought it might bring a smile to your face too. So hopefully you all enjoy meeting Guapo. So he might just fall asleep on the pillow here. Yeah, he's had a big day. We went for a long walk earlier along the coast. So yeah, looks like you can all hear me. Looks like you've all been able to see beautiful Guapo. Excellent. So I'm absolutely delighted to be doing this Facebook Live with you all this evening. And yeah, we're in very interesting times at the moment. I don't think anyone in the world saw this coming. Certainly challenging times for us all. And something that I thought would be great to share with you this evening or this morning, if you're in other parts of the world, is 6 daily quarantine questions. This is something that my team and I reflect on each day. I actually found it on a business networking Facebook group, actually. That was the inspiration behind it. And I just have found them extremely helpful during this time and thought that I would share them with you all. And yeah, I would love to have as much interaction as possible during the live. So feel free to interact and ask questions. I'll try and keep an eye on the comments while I'm chatting. But yeah, Guapo will be with us throughout. And firstly, the number one thing that I like to ask is, what am I grateful for today? Okay, number one thing, what am I grateful for today? Now, some people are in really, really dire situations at the moment, lost jobs, really struggling financially. It's hit a lot of people very, very hard. And the thing is, there's still always beautiful things to be grateful for. Whether it's watching the sunrise in the morning, whether it's your family, whether it's, having a roof over your head, food on the table. So I used to actually write a gratitude journal, and that's something that I was taught to do years ago, and I absolutely loved it. And I think that is something that we could all be doing during this COVID situation. So I would love you to write in the comments 3 things that you're currently grateful for. I am definitely most grateful for Guapo in my life right now. I'm also very grateful for my family, my friends. I do have a nice home in a beautiful part of the world. As you can hear from my accent, I am not originally Australian. I actually have 3 passports, a British, Irish, and Aussie passport. I'm originally from Belfast in Northern Ireland. But I've called Australia home for the last 10 years, and I'm extremely grateful and have so much gratitude to be living here in this beautiful country and this part of the world. So gratitude is all about appreciation, and the more positivity and the more appreciation you have for things, the more the universe will actually listen, and good things tend to happen. So the more grateful we can be for whatever situation we're in, the better. I actually found myself in a scary situation, life-threatening situation, just over 12 months ago. I was on an island in Bali, a very remote island, and I had got extremely sick very quickly and very suddenly. And I ended up in a hospital, which wasn't really a hospital. It was a clinic with 4 beds, and the doctor wasn't there when we had arrived. And I had already passed out before the doctor came, and that was a scary experience. but I was still grateful for the fact that I had my friend there to look after me. I was grateful for the nurse that turned up that evening. And I was just grateful to have family checking in on me when I was in, quite a scary situation. And I kept my mind positive. I was in that situation for about 4 or 5 days, but I had so much gratitude for so many things. I kept a positive mind, and ultimately, I came out the other end stronger, more resilient, and we will all come out the other end of this COVID-19 situation stronger, more resilient, and definitely more grateful, with a lot more gratitude, because it's easy to take things for granted. So let's see what we're grateful for. Casper the dog, a job where I can work from home, and my health, that's Alisan. Tina, dogs, medicine, and open hearts. Beautiful. Damien, grateful for my son, the house to live in, and the food on the table. Beautiful. Jelena, grateful for love, laughter, and sunshine. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. So it's just, really important during this time particularly to really try and start your day by thinking of things that you're grateful for. So the first thing you do when you wake up, that's what I practice. First thing I do when I wake up, what am I grateful for today? And I actually practice it throughout the day. So it doesn't just need to be once in the day. It can be multiple times throughout the day. And then usually writing your gratitude journal in the evening before you go to sleep is the best way to actually end your day on a more positive note. So in terms of something else that we recommend, the next question in the 6 daily quarantine questions that we ask is, who am I checking in with and who am I connecting with today? So a lot of people are really feeling quite alone during this time, completely understandable. A lot of people live alone, and we're very much restricted in terms of where we can travel to and whether we can even leave the house. I know that back in the UK, it's a lot stricter than where it currently is here in Australia. And my family also have a house in Spain, and that is in total lockdown. So, it is challenging, and connecting with others and reaching out to others is the perfect thing to do right now. So whether you're reaching out to family, friends, even reconnecting with people that you haven't met or seen for a long time, they will appreciate so much the fact that you've reached out to them, and you'll feel really good about that as well. So who else is connecting and reaching out to others more now during this crisis? Maybe put some things in the comments of who you've been connecting with this week. So for example, Guapo and I, we also wanted to connect with neighbors we hadn't met before. There's a lot of cities in Australia particularly that are helping neighbors. So I actually took Guapo on a walk yesterday, and we did lots of flyers into letterboxes. And it was basically putting down my contact details. I can help you with the shopping if you want to ring me for a chat. Just small ways to be able to help others who are maybe in a worse situation right now. And so, that made me feel that I was able to offer something during this time. And I already had some beautiful feedback from neighbors who were greatly, greatly appreciative of the fact that Guapo and I did that. He's pretty much falling asleep, bless him. He's had a big day, long day. So another thing that has actually been very interesting and a very positive experience recently is that, yes, we're missing a lot of big occasions, and unfortunately weddings have been cancelled and birthdays have not been able to go ahead as planned. I did attend a friend's birthday via Zoom the other night, and honestly, it was fabulous. We had 40 people dialing in from all around the world, and unanimously, simultaneously, we're all singing happy birthday. Now, we wouldn't normally do that or even think to do that. I've never actually had a call with my family in the UK and been in Australia and had everyone sing happy birthday to me together all at once. And that was really special. So, technology does bring us together. We're even able to do this Facebook Live right now. And that is just really special. So we've got to always think about the positives and how we connect with others, particularly during this time. Another incredible thing that I attended 2 weeks ago now was my cousin's wedding via Zoom. So he got married in a church in Sydney. There was only my cousin, the groom, the bride, the minister in one room. Then they had a second room with the parents. Then they had a music room where they had 3 musicians. And then the Zoom would go to someone's living room where they were doing a reading for the wedding. And then it went to another living room where somebody else did a prayer. And it was just fantastic. It was amazing how smoothly it went and how it flowed, and we were still able to connect for such a beautiful, special occasion. So if anyone has any other events that they've attended recently that technology has been able to help them with, and that they've still been able to go ahead with events, please feel free to put them in the comments below. Oh, your brother got married over a week ago and your sister went live in a Facebook private group so friends and family could see. Beautiful, beautiful. So yeah, we're still able to very much be creative with how we are connecting with one another and how we're going about doing normal everyday events. And yeah, we certainly won't be taking them for granted going forward, that's for sure. But also we're adapting, and that's what this is all about. This situation is just, ensuring that as a human race, we come together, we collectively are facing this. So, we are united, and also it's allowing us to connect in a different way. And I am absolutely sure that once this has passed, we will continue to connect much more digitally, much more online, and much more globally. So the next question that we have, someone had a house party with family. Oh, that's fantastic, Katrina. I love that. So yeah, absolutely. There's an app called, it might even be the house party app. And these days we can party any night of the week because, people are working from home, and therefore it's not such late starts or early starts, that maybe if you're just rolling out of bed and turning on the laptop. So yeah, the house party app is definitely a way to connect. And I've actually been able to play Cards Against Humanity with a group of friends, and yeah, what a fun way to spend your evening just from your own home, and still have a laugh and still, connect with friends. So yes, Shannon, we are definitely being very innovative. That's for sure. So it's a time for positive change as well. Definitely. The third question that we have in the 6 daily quarantine questions is, what expectations of normal am I letting go of? So we've discussed that weddings and birthdays right now are definitely changing. Even playing games right now, we're taking them digital and online. But I'd love for you to write in the comments below, what other things are you letting go of during this time? So for me personally, I do a lot of dance training. So I do salsa, bachata, kizomba, and zouk. Those are my favorite styles of dance. And I have been dancing, I'm used to dancing at least 3-4 times a week. So that's quite a lot. And there's no dancing going on. There's no social events. And that's something that I'm letting go of. And I love dance for many reasons. I love the connection. I love the partnership. I love the teamwork. However, classes are just going online now. So they're just going digital. And so I guess it's just, being more innovative, as you said in the comments below, as to how we can let go and create a new normal. Let's see. Good game. So many. Yeah. So what other things have I been letting go of? I've been letting go of the fact that I am such a people person. I am very much an extrovert, and I get my energy from others. And for me, this has been very challenging, getting used to not being surrounded by people every day and bouncing ideas off people in a physical sense. So I guess I've been letting go of the fact that I can't do face-to-face workshops. And even this live, I'm loving it. But as you can see, it's still not as smooth for me to be able to look at all the comments and interact as much as I would love to. And that's practice as well. So I definitely will be continuing to do lots of lives. And I just think that I've had to let go of the face-to-face interactions. Yes, Lee, coffee dates and talking to everyone in town, reading my book at the beach. Oh, I'm such a beach person. I live at the beach and the beach is closed. And for me, wow, that's a big change. I literally walk along the beach 7 days a week normally. And I've not put my feet in the sand for a few weeks now. So that's definitely something that I've had to let go of as well. And letting go of gelling and letting go of going on adventures with my girls, weekends away with my partner, going out for brekkie, 100%. I empathize and feel exactly the same with you, Jelena, on all of that. Robin, letting go of traveling, 100%. So I was supposed to go to Europe. I was supposed to be going to Croatia for a Latin dance congress in June. Supposed to be going home to see my dad for his birthday, Northern Ireland, and seeing friends in France and Spain, and none of that is happening. So I've had to let go of not seeing family. I have a nephew who is adorable, and I haven't been able to see him for 18 months. I was supposed to see him basically in the next 8 weeks, and that's no longer happening. So I have to continue to make the most of FaceTime and just get to know him through the videos that we do every week. So definitely traveling is a big one for me. I have traveled to 48 countries so far, and I was planning to get to my 50th country this year. Katrina, letting go of camping, absolutely. And Rachel, no more hugs. Oh, I am such a hugger. And yes, I definitely empathize with that one. I love hugs. Hugs are the best thing. And there's a lot of neuroscience behind hugging and the endorphins that we get. So it's definitely something that I am letting go of and I'm missing right now. Natasha, going to meet the girls at our local coffee shop. Yeah. Alex, one-on-one coaching activities. Yeah. And had to let go of that for the moment. 100%. It's tough. It's really tough. And so we've got to practice our gratitude. We've got to connect with others and reach out to others. And we've got to let go of what we're used to and really just shift our mindset to be as positive as possible. We will get through this. There's the very famous saying, this too will pass, and it absolutely will. It absolutely will. And we've just got to be strong and resilient and do as many things as we can to help ourselves. So my wellbeing tips are all about self-care. That's absolutely what I stand for. And you need to help yourself in order to be able to help others. So if you can let go of things and innovate, create, connect, reach out, and be grateful for many, many things that we can be grateful for, it's going to stand us all in good stead for what's to come. And if anything, there's positives as well. So yes, I'm really struggling with not being surrounded by people. I'm struggling with not having my coaching face-to-face and being able to do keynote speaking to audiences because I'm very interactive with the way that I deliver workshops in person. However, I've got to look at the positives as well. This challenging time, it's also giving us all an opportunity to look at making things more accessible, more global. You're able to scale up, events online. So having digital events actually gives you so much more access and freedom and flexibility to be able to run them when you want to run them, across different continents, different time zones, and connect and bring everyone together. So that's actually a huge positive to the current situation. Oh, Carol, letting go of concerts. Absolutely. I love music. So that's another thing. I actually, on the side, I teach piano and I teach cello every week. I have students come to my home and I really miss them because they haven't been able to come to my home. And again, we're just having to take things digital. And I've been posting some of my own piano playing a little bit just to share with others on my personal Facebook, because music is something that unites everyone. And definitely the music industry is going through incredibly challenging times, and we've just got to be there, support them. Once this is over, there's going to be huge events and lots and lots of celebrations and gatherings, and it's just going to be amazing, and I can't wait. I absolutely can't wait. Friday night work casual drinks, Alisan. Yep, agreed. I missed that too. I have actually had Friday night drinks with the team digitally, so we'll do a cheers on a Friday together online, and it's actually a lovely thing to do right now because it makes us feel better that we can still do it. We're connected. Yes, it's not the same at all by any means, but we can still do it just in a different way. So what else? The number 4 question. Oh, somebody asks, Barry, when do you rest, Jen? That's a really great question. I have so much energy, and this is the way I was born. It's a lot of positive energy. It's just in me, which is, I guess, why I do what I do. I do rest. I definitely rest, and I recharge. And it's all about balance. 100% it's about balance. So interestingly enough, when I quit my most recent job before I started the business, I went on a meditation retreat weekend. So for me, that was downtime, that was resting, that was relaxation. And I hadn't planned to share this, but during the meditation, I had so much clarity, and it was just so clear to me that I was supposed to leave the job that I was in, which is actually the best job I've ever had. Best paying job, most responsibility, incredible opportunity. And I left it because it was so strong in the meditation to actually, I wasn't supposed to help just one organization. I was supposed to help many, many, many organizations. So getting back to rest, I am someone who needs a good 7.5, 8 hours sleep a night. Now, I've got into the habit of getting up for sunrise, which I'll talk a little bit more about. Basically, number 4 in the daily quarantine questions, number 4 out of 6 is, how am I getting outside today? Now, I am lucky enough that I can go outdoors in the beautiful eastern suburbs of Sydney, and I now have someone amazing to walk every single day. Yep, Guapo is the best thing, and so I'll get up early. He usually wakes up around 5:30. So that's perfect timing for us to get up and go and watch the sunrise. So we will actually, Guapo and I, get up pretty much 5:30, and I'll take him for a walk before breakfast. And just watching the sunrise is so therapeutic. It connects you with nature. I now have the opportunity to do it because I don't have anywhere else to go. I don't need to go to the office. I don't need to go to a venue to present. So yeah, Guapo and I get up and we watch the sunrise. Now, do I sometimes go back to bed again? Sometimes, because we all need rest. Sometimes I'm working till 9, 10 o'clock at night. I think it's currently around 7:15 maybe, Sydney time. So, my hours are irregular, and I really do believe that rest and sleep is so important. It's a lot about self-care as well. And self-care is all about self-discipline. So yes, I'm trying to be adaptable and flexible to different time zones when I'm delivering my workshops currently, but I'll make sure that I'm getting my 7.5 to 8 hours sleep a day. So if I get up for sunrise and I've worked till 10 o'clock the night before, I will sometimes go watch sunrise with Guapo, and then we'll both go back to bed for a little bit and then we'll get up and start the day. So yes. So Katrina says, I love sunrise and sunset, and I watch it all the time. It's so beautiful, so beautiful. It's so therapeutic. Barry, outside to my horses, chickens, and veggie gardens. That's so, so nice that you have that right at home. Rebecca, you love getting up for the sunrise too. It's such a special thing to do. And it's just a great way to start the day as well. I think that in itself gives us a lot of positivity, and it gives us a lot of gratitude, and really connects us with nature. And something that I am very grateful for, although this is an extremely difficult, challenging time for us all, Mother Nature is healing, like really healing. So please put in the comments if you have anything that you've come across where you've heard that, Mother Earth is actually doing better now than before this crisis. I know for a fact that in China, there's a couple of cities where the kids had never seen blue skies and they'd never heard the birds sing. Wow. And now they're seeing blue skies and hearing birds sing for the first time ever. And that is incredible. Just thinking about even in Italy has been hit so hard, but they're saying that in Venice, the water has never been so clear. They're actually able to see sea life that they had never really experienced before. And certainly here in Australia, in the eastern suburbs, the beaches are just looking so pristine and rejuvenized and clean. And the Himalayas, absolutely. So there are some mountain ranges. Yeah, thank you, Shannon. There are some mountain ranges that we've actually not been able to see from certain distances. And now, thanks to less pollution, less aircrafts in the air, less factories operating currently, the ozone is repairing, Tina. You're absolutely right. The Venice canals are cleaner, 100%. Katrina, we've come across more wildlife around the town. Yes. Barry fish in the Venetian waters. It's incredible. It's incredible. So, Lee says the dolphins in the canals in Italy. Yes. I mean, how amazing is that? So even in times of extreme crisis and challenges and a desperate feeling, there's so much beauty, and nature is actually repairing, and nature is rejuvenating and re-energizing during this time. So that's something to be extremely grateful for. And maybe Mother Earth is just making the most of this time until it all passes and we're all able to get back to the things that we love and that we enjoy. Number 5 for the 6 daily quarantine questions is, how am I moving my body today? It's really, really important that we stay active. So even if you're someone who's not particularly active, now is the time to get active, because we're in our homes practically 24/7. And in Australia, we still have the luxury to be able to go outside of the house, where some countries are not right now. If you're in a situation where you can leave the house, please do get some fresh air, get your legs moving, get the blood circulating. In my home, we've been quite inventive and creative with making a home gym. And there's all sorts of things you can do inside the home to exercise. So I do yoga every day. There is a few good apps out there. Simply Yoga is a free app that I've used. Also, Yoga with Adrienne is a free YouTube channel. She does yoga with her doggy, and I just love it. It's inspired me as well. And when I did yoga 2 mornings ago, Guapo loves to join me on the yoga, but he usually sits just above the top of the mat. 2 days ago, he lies on top of the mat. So every time I did a plank position, he would, I'd have to rest my chin on his back just to be able to complete the poses. But getting your body moving is fantastic. If you can let me know in the comments, how are you getting your body moving at the moment? And are you using kitchen utensils, kitchen products to use for weights? Are you using chairs to jump over? What are you doing that's maybe a little bit creative in the home as well to actually get your body moving? Tina's walking her dog and starting dance classes virtually. Fantastic. Yeah. So I really missed my dance classes, but yeah, absolutely. It's a lot of fun to be doing it online. And so, it says per network connection. Can everyone still hear me? Hopefully everyone can still hear me. Maybe give a a thumbs up in the comment box if you can still hear this. So the next and final, number 6, final point with the daily self-quarantine questions that my team and I ask is, am I limiting the amount of negative media that I'm consuming? So it's basically all around us. It's all consuming. The media we can't really get away from. It's on our social media, it's on our phones, it's on our TVs, it's on our laptops. It's everywhere. And there doesn't really seem to be many good news stories these days. It's pretty much all coronavirus, and it's as if nothing else really is happening in the world right now, which this is a huge global crisis, and the pandemic is affecting every single person on the planet. So I think it's very important to really limit the amount of negative media that we're consuming. So for me personally, I've limited the time that I'm catching up with the news to literally 20 minutes per day. And that's all I'm going to allow myself, to make sure that I'm informed and educated and updated. But any more than that, and it's actually, it's sometimes detrimental, and it's not helping. It's not doing, your mind any favors by consuming so much negative content. So I definitely think that if we can limit that, that is another amazing way to be able to definitely be able to help ourselves. And limiting the negative media that we're consuming is all about self-care as well. Self-discipline and self-care. So maybe if you can give yourself a certain amount of time per day where you actually are able to only switch on the news, and then the rest of the time you're focusing on good news stories. So for example, Happiness Aid. I mean, what an absolutely fantastic vision, mission, idea. This is what we want to be consuming every day. We want to be consuming positive media, positive good news stories, and just sharing that positive energy with everyone, because that is what the world needs right now. Lots more positivity and less negative media consumption. So I'm not sure if you can still hear me. Maybe the media broadcast has been interrupted. Let's just check. I'm just checking if Priya can still hear me, or whether it's stopped recording. Very sorry if it has. Sometimes that is technology for you. And yeah, I guess this is part of our new digital world. All right. Well, I will leave that there with you. I hope that it has been helpful, and I hope that you're able to potentially incorporate these 6 daily self-quarantine questions to your routine. So I'll post them as well after posting the live event, so that you can definitely check in on it. And we look forward to connecting again. Guapo says thank you to everyone for tuning in. We've been delighted to be able to do this, and we'd love to do more. So I hope you all have a wonderful day, wonderful evening, and let's all stay safe and stay connected.